G'day headbangers and welcome to Dozel's Metalworks. Welcome back my fellow metalheads to another week of Dozel's Metalworks. Yes, I'm a year older, I'm an old man. Deal with it. Anyway, definitely don't feel it, but mentally it can't hit me go, oh my god, I'm 50. God damn it. Anyway, it's a good week, nice relaxing week. But anyway, this year I'm going to do one of the previous years I've already done but lost video. So I'm redoing 1986. So we'll start off with honourable mentions. I've got a few honourable mentions this week. So these ones I'll mention is just going to be the albums and the artists. Won't go into tracks or anything like that because it's one of the whole bunch of them. Listened to it a couple of times, no real standout tracks. So the first one is The Ultimate Sin by the grandfather of metal himself, Ozzy Osbourne. Next one is the very first album from quite possibly one of the biggest hair metal bands in the day. Look What the Cat Dragged In from Poison. Next one we have The Dark by Metal Church, that's their second album. Then Inside the Electric Circus by Wasp. And Rage for Order by Queensryche. So they're my honourable mentions for this week. Now this week I've actually got a top 11 albums. Bit of an odd number I know, but this number 11 I decided I could not put it in the honourable mentions because it's that great of an album. So number 11 we have A Kind of Magic by Queen. One of the greatest rock bands ever there. Now this album was, I'm not sure if it was specifically made for this movie, but most of the songs were in the movie, and that is the Highlander movie with Christopher Lambert in it. And great movie that one was. But my three favourite tracks from that were Who Wants to Live Forever, Give Me the Prize, and Princes of the Universe. Definitely one of their fantastic albums, and if you haven't seen the movie, definitely worth a watch. So number 10, we're starting off with Slippery When Wet with Bon Jovi. Sorry, by Bon Jovi. What can I say? One of their, probably the most popular album to this day. Had a lot of great tracks on it, but the three standout ones for me were Raise Your Hands, You Give Love a Bad Name, and my personal favourite, and I think a lot of people's personal favourites on Jovi, their absolute anthem, Living on a Prayer. Love that track. Nothing will beat that one. Okay, number 9 we have Eat 'Em and Smile by David Lee Roth. This was his debut solo album after he left, or sorry, booted out from Van Halen. So, you know, what would you do to get kicked out of a band like Van Halen? Who knows? But look, top 3 tracks. Number 3 is Going Crazy. Number 2, Shy Boy. And number 1, Yankee Rose. Okay, now speaking of Van Halen, at number 8 we have 5150. Now this one was their first album featuring Sammy Hagar on vocals. Now the whole album is great for me, and when it comes to Van Halen vocalists, don't get me wrong, I like Roth, but Hagar was always my favourite. But number 3 for me was Love Walks In. Number 2 was Why Can't This Be Love, and number 1 is Dreams. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. Okay, number 7, The Final Countdown by Europe. Now, won't go into much detail about these guys. We all know The Final Countdown, but it's not my favourite song of the album. It's number 3 for me. But number 2 was one of their other great hits, Carrie, the power ballad they did. And number 1 was actually definitely the best from the album for me, is Rock the Night. Love the video clip where they all rock up to a cafe somewhere or a diner and everyone just starts getting in and singing and everything was fantastic. Okay, number 6. Everyone's favourite Swedish guitarist Yngwie Malmsteen and his 86 album Trilogy. Now, favourite track on this one is You Don't Remember, I'll Never Forget, followed by Queen in Love, and Trilogy is my pick for number 3. Great instrumental track, that one. Right, number 5. quite possibly the best album from this band. We're talking Rain in Blood by Slayer. Now this is a very, very short album. The whole album only goes for 28 minutes and 55 seconds. I mean, god damn it, boys. You know, a lot of bands, that's one song. Now, number 3 for me is Altar of Sacrifice. I mean, anyone when they start saying Enter the Realm of Satan or All Hail Satan, that's being funny as. Number 2, Angel of Death. A lot of controversy surrounding that song. And then, of course, number 1, Raining Blood. Gee, I love the riffs in that. Oh, fantastic. But, yeah, definitely my favourite album by Slayer. Okay, number 4. Now, this band, my top 3rd favourite band of all time. One of my favourite albums. Now, a lot of people really don't like it. They say it was their hair metal album and they just don't like it and it cops some stick constantly. But to those people, I would say, sod off. And that's Turbo by Judas Priest. Favourite track on this is always has been, always will be Turbo Lover. Probably one of my favourite all-time Judas Priest songs. Locked In at number 2. And number 3 will be Reckless. Like I said, love the album. And actually, recently for my birthday, I got Turbo 30 as a birthday present on vinyl. So, yeah, that's pretty good with that one. Alright, number 3. Peace Sells, But Who's Buying by Megadeth. This is their 2nd album. And the whole album is pretty good. Shout out to my mate Squeak, because it's his favourite Megadeth album. Number 3 for me is Good Morning, Black Friday. Number 2 is Wake Up Dead. And then number 1 is the title track, Peace Sells But Who's Buying. Okay, number 2, because we knew we had to get here at some stage, Master of Puppets by Metallica. One of the best albums from the 80s. And yeah, what can I say about this album? It's fantastic. The last album to feature Cliff Burton on bass before he tragically passed away in a bus accident when they did the Master of Puppets tour. But number 3 for me was Orion, the 8-minute instrumental. Number 2 is Damage Inc. And number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, the title track, Master of Puppets, which, because of the Stranger Things TV series, got a huge, massive resurgence when Eddie was playing it on the top of the caravan in the alternate dimension. So, huge, bigger following because of that song now. So, awesome. And number 1, because it had to be there, Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden. The first album where they started using synths, or guitar synths, because it had a lot of backlash saying, oh, you can't use synths in metal, blah, 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 blah. Bugger off. You know, a lot of bands are better for it, and I love the whole album. It's fantastic. My 3rd favourite track is Alexander the Great. A history lesson right there. Number 2, Wasted Years. And of course, number 1 is Stranger in a Strange Land, which I absolutely love the video clip, especially at the end where the inflatable Eddie pops up, and there's Eddie's head, which is absolutely massive and blown up, and here's Nico and his drum kit set at the top, playing away like it's nothing. But yeah, that's my top 10 for 1986, boys and girls. So, on that note, until next time, mosh on.